Imagine our world, a vibrant tapestry of life, billions moving across cities and markets, humanity thriving. But look closer. In shadowed rooms, powerful figures meet, their decisions shaping our future. In labs, scientists work late, their discoveries holding the power to heal or harm. These scenes raise a profound question. Is there a hidden plan for humanity? The idea isn't new, it's whispered in forums, debated in late-night conversations. The theory: our growing population is seen not as a triumph, but a threat to be managed, controlled, even reduced. This is the core of the depopulation conspiracy theory, a belief that a secret elite aims to drastically lower Earth's population. Their methods, it's claimed, are subtle, woven into the systems we trust. Major events, economic crises, conflicts, health emergencies, are seen as tools, not accidents. These events create chaos and fear, making populations more willing to accept drastic measures. The ultimate goal? A new world, with fewer people, easier to manage, easier to control. It's a chilling thought, turning our understanding of progress upside down. As we begin this journey, we'll explore the evidence, the history, and the voices on both sides. We'll look at influential figures, historical events, and the words of scientists and experts. The depopulation theory touches our deepest instincts for survival and trust in authority. It forces us to confront immense challenges facing our species. Is it a myth born of fear, or a mission hidden in plain sight? We must approach with open minds, questioning what we know. The story of humanity is filled with both achievement and fear. The theory asks us to reconsider who shapes our future and why. As we peel back the layers, we'll see how suspicion and history intertwine. The answers may not be simple, but the questions are vital. What if the world we see is only part of the story? What if the real struggle is happening behind closed doors? The journey ahead will challenge our beliefs and our trust. Are we witnessing progress, or something far more sinister? The truth may be elusive, but the search is essential. Let's begin. The world is watching. In rural Georgia, a mysterious monument once stood, the Georgia Guidestones. 6 granite slabs unveiled in 1980, commissioned by the enigmatic R.C. Christian. Its anonymity fueled endless speculation and conspiracy. The Guidestones became a symbol for those who believe in a hidden agenda for humanity. 10 guidelines were carved in 8 languages, but the first was the most controversial. Maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. With nearly 8 billion people on Earth, this statement is seen by some as a call for drastic population reduction. The other guidelines, unite humanity, guide reproduction, protect people with fair laws, take on a darker meaning when viewed through this lens. Who decides what fitness means? Who guides reproduction? Critics argue these are the words of a group seeking global control. The Guidestones were seen as a public declaration of a secret plan. In 2022, the monument was destroyed, but its legacy endures. For some, its destruction was protest. For others, erasure of history. The words carved in granite continue to fuel suspicion. They serve as a reminder of the theory that powerful forces work in the shadows. The enigma of R.C. Christian and his monument remains unsolved. The debate over the Guidestones is far from over. Are they a warning, a blueprint, or just a curiosity? The questions they raise linger long after the stones are gone. For believers, the message is clear. The plan is hidden in plain sight. For skeptics, it's just another mystery. But the power of the Guidestones lies in their ability to provoke fear and fascination. They are a symbol, a riddle, and a spark for conspiracy. The world may never know their true purpose, but the suspicion they inspired lives on. In the end, the Guidestones are gone, but the questions remain. What was their true message, and who, if anyone, was meant to hear it? The depopulation theory isn't just about monuments, it's about people and power. The Rockefeller family, for example, has long influenced public policy, funding family planning and population research. Supporters call it philanthropy. Critics see a blueprint for control. Bill Gates is another focal point. His foundation spends billions on global health, especially vaccines. A 2010 TED Talk quote about reducing population growth through better healthcare became fuel for conspiracy. Critics claim he's advocating population reduction. Supporters say he's describing the demographic transition, where better health leads to smaller families. In the world of conspiracy, nuance is lost. Statements become confessions. Organizations like the World Economic Forum and the UN are seen as architects of a secret plan. Their exclusive meetings like Davos spark suspicion. To some, these gatherings are about responsible planning. To others, they're about control. The focus on sustainability and global governance is interpreted as a desire for a smaller, more manageable population. The theory connects influential figures, organizations, and policies into a single narrative. Whether it's philanthropy or manipulation depends on your perspective. The debate continues. Are these leaders saving the world, or shaping it for their own ends? The answer, for many, remains hidden behind closed doors. The suspicion persists, fueled by history and secrecy, and the search for truth goes on. Population control isn't a new idea, it has a dark history. Eugenics, popular in the early 1900s, aimed to improve humanity by encouraging the fit to reproduce and preventing the unfit from doing so. This led to forced sterilizations, targeting the poor, disabled, and minorities. After World War II, eugenics became taboo, but the focus shifted to family planning and population control. Fears of a population bomb drove Western governments and organizations to fund large-scale programs in developing countries. These programs promoted contraception and sterilization, sometimes with coercion. The line between voluntary planning and forced control blurred. This history shapes today's suspicions. Governments have tried to manage reproduction before. For skeptics, it's not just history, it's a blueprint. Modern global health initiatives are seen as a continuation of these older policies. The past casts a long shadow, making it easier to believe a hidden agenda still exists. The legacy of coercion lingers, fueling distrust. The question remains, are today's efforts about empowerment or control? The answer is complicated by history's dark lessons. Understanding this past is key to understanding present fears. The debate over intent continues, and the shadow of the past is never far away. The impact of population control is deeply felt in the developing world. In 1970s India, a government-led sterilization campaign targeted millions, often through coercion and force. Food aid and services were withheld from those who refused, leaving deep scars and distrust. Across Africa, Western-funded programs pushed contraceptives, sometimes seen as neo-colonial attempts to limit population. Rumors of permanent infertility spread, fueling suspicion. These experiences aren't just history, they shape current attitudes. New health initiatives are met with skepticism, old fears resurfacing. Proponents of the depopulation theory point to these events as evidence of a long-term strategy. They argue the methods may be subtler now, but the goal remains: control and reduce populations. This context explains why such theories find fertile ground. The legacy of coercion is hard to erase. Trust, once broken, is slow to return. The past lives on in the present. The COVID-19 pandemic reignited depopulation fears. Some saw it as a manufactured crisis, a tool for hidden objectives. Lockdowns and mandates were viewed as unprecedented social control. For the suspicious, the pandemic wasn't a health crisis. It was a step toward authoritarianism. Economic fallout, job losses, business closures, was seen as a deliberate Great Reset. The theory: destroy the middle class, increase dependency, concentrate power. The virus itself was suspected as a depopulation weapon, with debates over its origin fueling speculation. Some claimed it targeted the vulnerable as a deliberate culling. The pandemic became, in this view, the first phase of a global depopulation mission. The speed and scale of the response only deepened suspicion. Official explanations were met with doubt. Theories spread rapidly online, feeding fear and mistrust. The pandemic's shadow lingers, shaping how people view authority and intent. For many, it was more than a crisis, it was a warning. The debate over its true purpose continues. As vaccines rolled out, suspicion intensified. For some, vaccines weren't salvation, they were the real weapon. Claims spread. Vaccines cause infertility, illness, even death. New mRNA technology fueled fears of genetic engineering. Government pressure to vaccinate was seen as proof of a larger agenda. Vaccine passports and digital IDs meant to reopen society were viewed as tools for surveillance and control. Critics feared these systems would become permanent, tracking every move and enforcing compliance. The combination of mandatory vaccination and digital identity was seen as the final step toward a controlled, smaller society. Supporters saw safety, skeptics saw a control grid. The debate over intent and trust deepened. The line between public health and personal freedom blurred. The controversy over vaccines and digital IDs remains unresolved. the fear of hidden motives persists. Mainstream science offers a starkly different view. Experts argue there's no credible evidence of a secret depopulation plan. Institutions accused of conspiracy are, in fact, working to save lives. Bill Gates's statements, for example, reflect the demographic transition. As health improves, birth rates naturally decline. Better healthcare leads to smaller families, not mass death. COVID-19 measures, lockdowns, masks, were desperate responses to a deadly virus, not tools of control. Economic fallout was tragic but not intentional. Vaccines underwent rigorous testing, their benefits far outweigh risks. Claims of widespread harm are unsupported by credible data. mRNA technology, though new for vaccines, has decades of research behind it. Scientists say fear and misinformation endanger public health more than any hidden agenda. The real threat, they argue, is distrust and disinformation. The challenge is restoring faith in science and reason. There's a rational argument for population planning. Our planet's resources are finite, more people mean more strain. Environmentalists warn of deforestation, water shortages, and climate change. The goal isn't elimination, but balance, where humanity thrives without destroying nature. Slowing population growth can help developing nations invest more in each citizen. Family planning is seen as a tool for prosperity, not destruction. Access to voluntary planning is a basic human right, empowering women and families. Modern programs focus on choice, not coercion. The aim is sustainable development and individual well-being. The debate is about how best to balance growth and sustainability. Rational planning, not conspiracy, drives most global initiatives. The challenge is ensuring rights and dignity for all. The future depends on finding that balance. Why do depopulation theories persist? Human psychology plays a key role. Our brains seek patterns and threats, sometimes seeing conspiracy where there's only chaos. Conspiracy theories offer simple answers and clear villains. They tap into primal fears: death, loss of control, the unknown. In uncertain times, these narratives provide comfort and a sense of control. The allure of secrecy is powerful. Uncovering hidden truths feels empowering. Declining trust in institutions fuels the search for alternative explanations. Secretive elite gatherings and anonymous monuments create information vacuums. Conspiracy theories fill the void, offering answers where official sources are silent. These theories question power, motives, and inequality, real concerns for many. The depopulation theory may be a myth, but it reflects deeper issues of trust and alienation. Until those issues are addressed, such theories will persist. The real challenge is rebuilding trust and addressing inequality. Only then can the allure of secrecy lose its grip. We've explored fear, suspicion, and the search for truth. Granite monuments, powerful words, and painful memories shape the debate. The evidence is complex, open to interpretation. Some powerful individuals openly worry about overpopulation and fund family planning. The real question is intent: empowerment or elimination? Belief in a vast conspiracy requires a leap of faith and distrust of global consensus. Is the world chaotic or secretly controlled? Each of us must decide, thinking critically and questioning all sources. The future is unwritten, shaped by our choices and our courage to seek truth. The story of humanity's future is ours to write. Will we choose fear or understanding? The world is watching. The next chapter begins now. If you found this exploration thought-provoking, subscribe to our channel and join the conversation. Your voice matters.